Hey there, y'all. Welcome back. The Lucy Craft Laney Museum is hosting its first ever sewing sessions. And we have Augusta native, and she's a fashion expert, fashion educator. Noelle Corbin is here to share more. Noelle, it's great to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Okay, well, let's get right to it. So you have several dates, June 12th and 13th, June 19th and 20th, and then you have some dates in July. So tell us a little bit about the summer camps and the sewing sessions.
And originally these sessions were inspired by an image taken in 1899 of students at Haynes Normal Institute that were sewing, and that's literally the caption on there. It was taken in Augusta, Georgia. So when I found this image, we really wanted to revive some of the original curriculum. So students will be learning basic sewing skills, so learning how to hand sew a seam, sew on buttons, use a sewing machine, and then I brought a few of some of the projects that they'll be making.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. So I did some research and I thought it was really interesting why the folks at the school learn sewing. So kind of touch on that a little bit for me.
Well, it really was a basic skill that a lot of people knew how to do. In the earlier days, you didn't have fast fashion and you can just run to a store and grab clothing. So a lot of the clothing was custom made to fit you and to last. So you mended the garments or you upcycled. So it really was something that more people used.
And folks could become entrepreneurs because they could be seamstress or tailors. Yeah, so wow, interesting. Okay. So how can folks register for the summer courses?
So you want to go to the museum's website online, or you can check out their Facebook page. There's quite a bit more information on the Facebook and links to the Eventbrite where you can go register for the classes.
Well, I want to know a little bit more about you because you're Augusta native, but you traveled all over the world, so it seems, and then you came back here.
Yes, I started my journey at Davidson Fine Arts doing costume design, and then that led me to go to New York and pursue fashion design and women's wear. And then I went back to school, and that led me into museum textiles, and I did some work with the Smithsonian, and then after that off to LA to work in Hollywood, and then back home.
Now you're back home.
Yes.
Okay. So what is it about fashion that really gets you excited?
Well, I grew up watching my mother sew, and I just remember being 7 years old and just knowing that I want to do this for the rest of my life.
So did you ask for a sewing machine for Christmas or something like that, or your birthday?
Well, I stole my mother's sewing supplies and cut up her good sheets. And started making garments. Yes, so I had to find the good fabric. But no, I started at a really young age just because I was really creative, and I mean, everyone participates in the system of fashion. Everyone wears clothing. So for me, it was my art expression.
Okay. And why is it so important for the kids to learn these sewing skill sets right now? Because like you said before, they can go to the store and pick something up, or have a tailor, fix their clothes or anything like that.
Well, now a lot of people that kind of work in the field of fashion and history and culture, we're looking more at sustainability and looking at the environment and the harmfulness of fast fashion, and we're seeing what that does. So a lot more artists and designers looking at upcycling, looking into vintage.
Now when you say upcycling, for folks who may not know what, like me, y'all, what does upcycling mean?
So upcycling is if you take something that's old, something that's secondhand, something that you've worn before, and turn it into something new.
Okay, cool.
So you can cut it up, or you can take a jacket and a pair of pants and recut them and turn them into a whole new garment.
So what's your favorite project when you upcycle things?
So what I started when I was in high school were taking a pair of jean pants and turning them into skirts. That was always that was always one of my favorites.
Was that the thing back then?
Yes, it was, and it's coming back now.
Yeah,
so
but that was just last year, though, right?
Right. Yes. Exactly.
So after this event, what will be next for you and next for the museum?
So what's next for me? I'm actually working on my PhD at UGA in fashion.
Okay. Dr. Coleman.
So that's that, and then I'm looking forward to curating more exhibitions with the museum and being more present in Augusta and looking at the history that's right here at home.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a lot of history here. You know, I came here about 6 years ago, didn't even know anything about Lucy Craft Laney. And then, you know, you hear her all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
Going back to the sewing events, you have a morning session and an evening session.
Yes,
So
we
kind of
do.
touch on that for us.
So in the morning, it'll be from 9 to noon, and that's for middle and high school students. And then in the evenings, 5:30 to 8:30.
I see you smiling. I see you smiling.
It's for adults. It's a sip and
Sip and
sew.
sew,
Yes.
So is it wine? Do you have to bring your own bottle? Or you're going to supply?
No, everything is supplied. So
Oh, wow.
wine, tea, water, some pedophores, and other little snacks and refreshments. Even sewing machines are provided. So unless you know, if you're signed up for the adult classes and you want to bring your own fabric, you can, but everything is provided.
Okay. What's your drink? No, I'm not going to ask you a drink. Well, while I have you, is there anything else you care to add before I let you go?
I think that's it. Just check us out on Facebook and go to the website. If you have any questions, please call the museum, and we'll try to get everyone in.
Okay. Sip and sew. I like that.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.